Hi, I'm Finn Kiger with Level 10. This is Trusted Advice on concrete floor coatings. Your traditional concrete floor, whether it's in the garage, basement, patio, pool, in the Midwest especially, is going to be cracking. There are expansion joints that are poured in concrete for a reason that allow the concrete to move and settle without destroying the entire slab, but they do create some aesthetic issues. Here in the Midwest, we put a lot of salt down. Whether you're putting salt down or you're just bringing salt in from the highways, it is naturally going to start to eat away at your concrete, causing pitting and spalling. In certain spaces, moisture becomes a big issue for concrete. When moisture gets into the slab and then we get into the winter and it starts to freeze, it'll also cause cracking from that expansion. And then concrete is a very durable surface, but it's not perfect. It will start to chip and weather over time. One of the main benefits of a coated floor is the appearance. So we offer 25 different custom color blend options that are really meant to amplify your space. The next benefit is going to be safety. So we are able to add additional texture to the floor coating to help reduce slip and fall risks. There's also the cleanliness aspect. So in a space like a basement where you might have a sump pump backup or a flood, traditionally you'd be ripping out the flooring to prevent mold. With our coating system, you're able to push that water directly to the sump pump or to a drain, and you're able to just clean the floor without having to tear it out and replace it. Durability, ultimately it's going to be awesome for you. You're able to jack up a vehicle on it, you're able to slide equipment directly across the floor, you can bring hot tires directly onto the floor. There's a difference between a couple different resins, like your traditional epoxy that you could go buy at a Home Depot or a Lowe's. That is typically a water-based epoxy. So that is 20% solids. What that means is 80% of the coating is water. So when you actually put it on the floor, 80% of it is going to evaporate and you're left with something really thin. Typically, we see coatings like that last anywhere from 2 months to 2 years if you're really lucky. You then move into your kind of mid-tier, which is going to be an epoxy that's cut with a solvent. So some companies can buy epoxies that are cut anywhere from 30 to 50%. What that means is it's cut with acetone, making it easier to work with, decreasing how quickly that it will cure. So when it's put on the floor, they have more time to spread it out. When you start to move into your professional tier resins, you're looking at things that are 100% solids. For polyurea, that's really going to be your bread and butter base coat for most residential spaces. Polyurea is used for a couple of reasons. It's 4 times stronger than your traditional epoxies. It is super flexible, so it'll move with the slabs as we do have expansion and contraction. And then we are able to use different blends to change the rate of curing. So we're able to install when it's 0 degrees or when it's 100 degrees. Polyaspartic is the last resin that's typically used. It's UV stable. So when you have a garage door open, windows to a space, or you're doing exterior work, you don't have to worry about yellowing or ambering, allowing us to warranty against that. And then it's chemical resistant, so things that are spilled on it can be wiped directly off. And it also has really, really good strength, so you're able to run things like a car jack on top of it, or you can move items directly across the floor. The thing that separates some of those like DIY kits and semi-professional installations really comes down to prep work. So we're going to use a machine that's 1,100 pounds to actually cut the cap of the concrete and expose the pores, which is where our manufacturer requires us to be for the base coat to properly adhere, which allows us to offer that lifetime warranty. When a homeowner is looking at what contractor to choose, these are the things that we typically see as the most important. The first being, what are the qualities of the materials that are being used? Here at Level 10, we source all of our resins in America out of Detroit with a company called Cimarron. We're a backed and certified installer. You should be asking the contractor to come into your home for certifications to install the product And don't be afraid to ask for any data sheets for what they're installing. The next is going to be, how much do you trust that person in front of you and then the company that they're backing? You should be looking for things like reviews on platforms like Google, Yelp, the Better Business Bureau, and even Facebook comments can be really insightful for what a company is doing. And then the last thing is going to be warranty. How long are they standing behind their service or product for? Here in the coatings industry, we'll typically see 10, 15, or lifetime warranties. At level 10, we're going to offer a lifetime warranty, and that's going to cover any yellowing, ambering, or any sort of chipping and peeling of the actual coating. And those are things that we're going to come back and take care of for free at no cost. And that warranty is also transferable to the next homeowner. One of the things you want to look out for is a lot of times companies that have a lifetime warranty will hide it in the terms and conditions that after 1 year, it might be a $250 charge, or it might be a labor and materials charge. But those are typically the things that we see when we're looking at different contractors within the space. This has been Trusted Advice on Floor Coatings with Finn Kiger of Level 10 Coatings.